Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely fascinating biological paradox. We're going to look at the data on what actually happens when we try to scrub away every single germ in our homes. And spoiler alert, the biological consequences, they're pretty surprising. It's really going to make us rethink some of our most basic everyday routines.
Just think about the cleaning aisle at your local grocery store for a second. It's just this sea of bright labels, right? And they're all promising the exact same thing in giant, bold text: to kill 99.9% of germs. With just one quick spray, they are selling us this promise of total, unquestionable safety. Okay, let's dive right into this. Which brings us to the central question of today's explainer. Is our modern obsession with being clean actually making us sick? We're stepping away from that super comforting promise of absolute safety to really look at the data behind the modern allergy epidemic.
Section 1. The Illusion of Clean. The War on Germs.
So for decades now, we've basically been trained to fight this invisible enemy, buying all these products that smell like, Mountain Spring or lemon zest. And on the surface, this whole war on germs feels like a total victory. But the sources argue that this multi-billion-dollar cleaning industry isn't just selling us soap. No, they're actually selling an illusion of safety that completely ignores a massive biological reality.
Section 2. The Immune System Athlete, Rethinking Biology.
Now, this is where the biological pivot happens, and it's absolutely crucial. For a really long time, we've kind of treated our immune system like a passive shield, just this static barrier waiting around to block invaders. But the reality? Well, the data shows your immune system is actually much more like a world-class athlete. And what do elite athletes have to do? They have to train. Your immune system literally needs exposure to a diverse range of friendly microbes early in life just to learn the difference between a genuinely dangerous virus and something totally harmless, like pollen.
Section 3. The Hygiene Hypothesis, a Biological Mismatch.
So, this brings us to a formal scientific concept called the Hygiene Hypothesis. Basically, it reveals that by living in these hyper-sanitized environments, we're actually depriving our immune systems of their essential training manual. Without real enemies to fight, the system just gets bored, and a bored immune system becomes highly reactive, mistakenly attacking things it should absolutely just ignore.
The source material makes a really specific structural argument here. They actually describe our modern surroundings as an environment enshittified, their word, not mine, by corporate marketing. The core analysis argues that this mismatch isn't some personal failing on our part. Instead, it's the result of a commercial landscape that constantly prioritizes product sales. More bleach, more wipes, way over the biological diversity your body actually requires to function properly.
Moving on to Section 4, the engineered failure loop, the macroeconomics.
Okay, let's zoom out from the cellular biology for a second. The sources identify this wild macroeconomic parallel to the tech industry, planned obsolescence. But for human biology, it's a really troubling pattern that's emerging right in the middle of the health and cleaning sectors.
And this brilliantly illustrates what they call the engineered failure loop, which basically works in 3 steps. Step 1. The cleaning industry sells us these antimicrobial wipes that completely decimate our microbiome. Step 2. Lacking its proper training, your immune system inevitably malfunctions. And Step 3, the pharmaceutical industry steps right in, more than happy to sell you a lifelong subscription to manage those very malfunctions.
Now, these subscriptions, they take the form of lifelong treatments for the resulting allergy epidemic. We're talking antihistamines, inhalers, and really complex autoimmune treatments. The sources frame this entire thing as a self-sustaining cycle of profit, moving pretty seamlessly from the cleaning aisle directly to the pharmacy counter.
Finally, Section 5. The Loss of Biological Autonomy.
This is where the macroeconomics become deeply, deeply personal. The hidden cost we're analyzing here today goes way beyond the price of a bottle of bleach. It is really about living in a world designed for industrial convenience rather than our biological reality. As you'll see, our biology actually evolved to thrive on the very dirt that modern marketing has taught us to be terrified of.
As the source analysis perfectly encapsulates, and I love this quote, we are trading a little bit of short-term cleanliness for a lifetime of chronic sensitivity. The allergy epidemic isn't just some mysterious act of nature. The data highly suggests it's a systemic byproduct of our ongoing quest to create a perfectly sterile world.
So what does this all mean for us? Well, I want to leave you with this really provocative thought from the sources. The next time you reach for that industrial strength sanitizer, ask yourself, are you actually cleaning your home